star 1980s Steven Seagal is in it. Like this huge fucking national.
There we go. Sorry about that, folks. For some reason, OBS decided to default once again to a mic that was not my actual mic.
I was gonna say, you're not muted again this time, right?
Yeah, no, for fucking real. So for those of you who were there and saw the one-sided experience of the great lost episode that was episode 6, a lot of shit happened. Hoshimitsu Nagashita went in and found a letter of sedition. Hiroki brought I almost said Saru, but that's only part of your character's name. Masahiro's nephew. So Masahiro is over here basically saying, my story arc's complete. I'm out of the campaign. Goodbye. And committing seppuku. And Izumi is still dealing with the creepy old lady and the fact that she has a cursed tattoo on her back that's going to kill her. But did find out that Boba, the cutesy little Shiba, is actually a Tanuki. Who would have guessed? Honestly, it should have been Masahiro, but I'm fucking dumb and forgot that Masahiro has a broken ability to just automatically know where magic creatures are. Oops.
Just to sense their presence.
Still. Anyway, we're going to get started where we left off, and I think everyone was back at the Sleepy Shiba. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think you're right, but you're usually wrong, so it's really hard to pick.
Get wrecked.
Well, I know that you were there, Mazahira, because you were making your nephew uncomfortable in the
They came in after me, so that's their own damn
No,
fault.
they were there first. They were in the onsen first.
No, remember everyone was just was talking, and Masahiro was like, "I'm gonna go clean up."
Oh,
he didn't want to
okay,
lie
okay.
in front of everyone. He knew he couldn't lie about it, so he booked it. Exit stage left.
All right. Well, then awkwardness was had in the onsen. And Nagashita had gotten back from getting a letter of seditious conspiracy and was trying to figure out who to send that to, correct?
Yes.
Iwari was, or Kochiki was, just hiding in his room because a girl flirted with him and he cried a little bit.
Yeah.
Did he piss his pants?
Maybe shit and come.
Twice.
Twice? Oh, damn. Braver
First time
than
was
I.
no accident. I had to prove it.
And
Yeah.
Izumi had been the one flirting with Kochiki just to fuck with Kochiki, but had just gotten all this information from Boba about potentially looking into the ancient pre-imperial religion of Tashimoshi Island. Which I think is actually, well, I don't know. Amy, are you where you can roleplay? She's muted right now. I'll just go on to someone else. I just noticed that. Probably be best to wait for her to get back for that. So, Nagashita, we'll start with you.
Okay.
What is your plan now that you have this information of seditious conspiracy?
Well, who can I take this to which will have the biggest opinion on it?
Well, you do have an inroad to the not the Imperial Court,
more
Takahita Commission. Or you could take it to the Momori, the good Yakuza. Well, as good as you can be when you are literally a gang of organized criminals.
Yeah. I don't want to go there by myself. I'm going to bring someone with me. Oh.
You could bring Kochiki.
I'll go to Kochiki. Yes, yes.
Actually, yeah, that's a good idea because Kochiki actually does want to meet someone there who I think would be fun for them to meet.
Oh, shit.
And
Here we go.
Kochiki has also basically agreed to help us set up these guys to get slam dunked on by the cops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Very excited.
I did.
So
Dalida
there's
Shatushka. That was her.
going to be a knock on Kochiki's door.
How does one knock on the doors in Japan?
You knock on the
Considering
frame.
they're shoji or shuji or however you say it. Yeah, do you just like scratch on it?
No, you knock on the frame.
True,
Yeah.
that probably works. No, you do the Homer Simpson thing and you just walk through it.
God.
In curriculum. I'll learn these things. All right. Hello.
Hello, it's Nagashita. I was wondering if you were interested in coming with me to speak to someone fairly important.
Yes. Oh, yes. 1 minute. And then I close the door and I take just a little too long getting ready. Just a little too long. And I come out in my finest duds, my diggery-doos. I'm looking super.
You're looking like one of those weird, like, old school, like, Japanese, like, senators or not
Yeah,
senators, but you know what I mean. Like,
Fucking the big ass.
the big hat and
Yeah, the funny hat.
I'm looking like my picture, and it's
Yep.
beautiful.
hell yeah. Hell
I'll actually
yeah.
put that on screen so everyone can see it. I think I can make it bigger. I cannot.
It's just me, little old me. You know what's up? Zoom in on myself. How you doing?
Oh, I can
Just-
change the dimensions. Let's make it 10 by 10 instead of 1 by 1. There
Oh,
we go.
Look at me.
Big Kochiki. Big
God, I'm hot.
Kochiki take all
Hey,
island.
Big Kochiki. Big Kochiki want.
You
Big
know what's up?
Kochiki want power.
Big Kochiki take island.
The newest kaiju is fucking Kochiki.
That's how I
Just
should end
if
this
my
campaign.
body
is
matches
fucking
my pride.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
is Kochiki cute though? Like adorable, cute.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'll flirt with you. God damn it.
Kochiki's
What's
beautiful.
that?
What's
Kochiki
that?
is
Izumi
beautiful.
flirting with people?
Yeah, I was like, what?
Shocking.
This
The
is
best
unheard
part is
of.
we've established that I'm a celibate monk. At least in another game, we established I'm a celibate monk. So that just makes me fucking happy. Like this shit's ridiculous.
God.
So, I'm guessing. What's the pattern on your fancy kimono?
The pattern?
Yeah, like what?
Let me.
Like what's It's you know, kimonos were made after real like nicely patterned silk. So, what's the like pattern on it? What are the colors?
The
Something
colors.
gaudy.
Something beautiful. Oh yeah, it's like a crimson red with like golden inlay that goes around like these like dragon. There's like subtle dragons. Not the dragons aren't crazy, but there's just like subtle little dragons around it that fly around, and they're like crimson golden inlaid, and like each of like the like plates, the scales have like gold throughout them, and then it's white and I have worked all day, so that's the best my brain can come up with right now.
No, that's perfect. White
That was a lot more
clothing.
detail than than I would have.
White clothing's a big deal because it means that you have the resources to
It don't
keep
get
it
dirty.
white.
Yeah, I have nails too. I have those
Oh, yeah,
long
you have
nails.
fucking you
I have
and
the
Mr.
nails.
Creepy.
Yeah,
I remember
I have
that.
the nails that show people that I don't work. All right, I don't do that. I don't sully myself with picking up things that are
You
heavy.
and Mr. Creepy. I don't
I
think
learned
ever
about those
gave
from
him,
Pawn
I
Stars.
don't think I ever gave
What a good source.
the Anya name. So he'll just be Mr. Creepy until further notice.
Heck yeah.
I fuck with it.
Do you
He's
like
Mr. Creepy, but in my heart, he's Orochimaru.
You were gonna say something, Amy?
Where is everybody? Like,
You're all
oh,
at
you
the
guys
inn
are.
right now, but Nagashita had gone upstairs to Kochiki's room to basically convince them to go with them to the Memori.
Because he's the
God.
easiest to convince. You just say the word important.
Honestly, that is
Important
the
person,
best.
same sentence. Let's go.
Living for it. I love it.
That's all it takes. Yeah,
Yes,
no,
let
I
me
come
know
out
when
my
you like.
at my best duds, and it takes me like a solid 45 minutes.
Gotcha.
Oh my
God.
All right, well,
So-
because I've been keeping track of what time of the day it is, it's now almost 8 o'clock
in the morning?
at night.
Oh no, at night.
At night.
You guys have had a fucking wild day. The last like 4 sessions have all been on the Midsummer's Day.
Ooh.
Even though it's really not Midsummer's Day, it's technically the solstice.
Are there any celebrations tonight?
Oh yeah, this is the Night of Lantern Rite.
Okay.
The one where you guys were going to release your lanterns into the air and into the river.
Yeah, I come
Oh.
out. Thank you for your patience. I can never be too careful. I have to always be representing my, I believe we're not the Sun Clan in all of its glory.
Of course. And
Now take
hell,
me to these important individuals.
all right. If he's not asking who they are, I'm not telling. Because this is funny. I hit just bring him blind to some place. He's the easiest to lead around by the nose.
Yep. You guys step out into a muggy muggy summer evening. The sun is already just starting to go down over the horizon, over the sea. It actually makes this beautiful, picturesque scene before you as you're looking out, because the Imperial City spans on either side of this river delta as it opens up into the sea. And with the sun setting in the west, you get to see it just starting to go down over the horizon with the last lights of oranges and purples coming up over the sky, as well as being reflected in the ocean's calm waters, along with fishing trawlers, bunays for the Imperial Navy, trading vessels of all sorts, scattered about like little gems in the calmness of the delta, being reflected against the sea, as well as being backlit by the sun itself. And the city, now that the sun is going down, is full of these streaming lines of paper lanterns that have been put up with all sorts of different designs and colors. You would think that it would be a little bit more calmer, but it is still, asses and elbows kind of traffic through the wide dirt paths of the city as people are going. Some are last minute buying lanterns from merchants for the Rite of Lantern rites. Some people are just buying sake or food. It's just a wild celebration, and everyone's having a fun time.
Sake. No, yeah, Yoari's just Kochiki is this is one of the rare nights that I actually don't mind being out and about among everyone.
It is
He's
nice.
looking
Yes.
up among the lanterns.
And of course, we're moving with purpose, so you don't have to stay among them for too long.
Thank God, am I right?
Yeah, when he's not looking at me, I roll my eyes.
And everyone is giving you guys the respectful berth that you are deserving as samurai.
Damn Skippy.
I think it's like, I forget the the actual courtly etiquette is it's like 2 sword lengths or something, and no one is allowed to walk on your left side because they might bump into your sword. kind of deal.
And then I'd have to slay them.
It is an actual
And by that
thing.
I mean have
Nagashita.
Nagishita slay them while I daintily watch from afar.
It is an actual thing in Japan where the reason their foot traffic walk the way they do is it's a holdover from samurai culture. I forget which direction it is. I think it's you don't walk on the left side of a person, because that's where their sword would be, on their hip.
I fucks with that.
Because it was a thing, yeah. If you touched the sword, they could just decide to kill you on the spot. But you guys go through, and it's not too far to get to the Momori, especially because most of the people in the town are slowly matriculating their way towards the river for Lantern Rite. So you guys get to the Momori, and it's just as you remember, Nagashita. It still has the 2 guards out front who, for Kochiki's perspective, are very obviously Yakuza. They are not wearing kimonos, so they have like the kind of like wraps around their abdomens, but other than that are bare-chested and bare-armed, so you can see their fucking sleeve tattoos.
Nagashita, is this where we're going?
Yes, it is.
Oh, great, fantastic.
If you
I'm
wish
happy.
to reach the top, you must have your feet firmly planted at the bottom.
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
Yeah, Yoari just a little hard, just a little, not full on, but that was a good one. He's like, I'm remembering this. He's like, oh god,
Yeah,
Nagashita.
and Nagashita, these 2 guards see you, and they're like, "Are you here to see the head of the family?"
Yes, I am. I have an important report to make.
They nod, and both open the door to let you in.
Yeah, I'm scared of these guys, so even I give them just like a little bit of a bow as I go in, and then I.
Yeah, and these 2 look like rough customers. Like,
Yeah.
these are enforcers, so, like, they are built, they are strapped, they are letting you know that the street ain't for you.
No. Yeah, I give them that light bow, and I don't even wait for them to wait or even look if they're giving me one back. I just give them one and I hurry inside.
And you head inside, and it's a rather expansive house, but very dark. It's only lit by a few candles here and there in sconces. It was probably a bit lighter earlier in the day, and it's also just packed with Yakuza. Well, not packed, but this is the meeting house for the Yakuza family. So there are small bands of them here and there that are gathered around tables, enjoying a drink or some food, talking over illicit business. You might catch a snippet here and there where some of them are talking about a racketeering group that they have down at the docks and how much money it's bringing in. Another one is talking about a smuggling ring in another port city further up river.
It's so good to have sharp ears.
Oh, you're getting all sorts of things that if you ever wanted to turn on the Momori, you would have against them.
And meanwhile, I'm getting nothing because just in my brain, I'm just like, I wish I would not have made it so obvious who I am and who I represent as I entered this building.
Oh yeah, people are kind of giving you looks like, Yeah, you're like a politician just walked into the pizza place that the mob runs. So they're like,
Yeah, just
who the fuck's this clown?
I'm just fucking terrified. It's pretty obvious. I could try and hide it, but I feel like it's pretty obvious. I'm fucking terrified.
But Nagashita, you remember your way through the building and you get to the wide open expanse of the meeting hall. You open it up, and just as before, mostly sparse, There's the rafters. There's 3 pillars on either side with some tables in between them where people are also congregating. But at the far end of the room, on a little wooden dais, is the cushion for the Memori's leader, who is sitting there, an older gentleman, wrinkled,
Give him a
balding.
nice bow.
He kind of looks and he's like, I did not expect someone from your company to be back so soon.
I wish to give you the news in person that the item is where we wanted it to be.
Excellent. And have you informed your friend, the magistrate?
I have not seen him as of yet, but I will very soon. Also, I found something interesting among the items there. I believe you might want to read this, and I hold it out either for him or for whoever's taking things and giving them to him.
His son, who's about the same age as Ema, would come and take it with a bow and then bring it up to the leader, who takes it and unfolds it and has a hard time reading it with all the cataracts, but manages to do it and just looks. This is someone who got to where they are through a number of reasons, one of them doubtless being the ability to control their emotions, or at least how the world sees them. And this person looks shocked to see this. And out loud, a little too loud, which gets everyone in the room turning and goes, "Treason!" And everyone in the room stops and looks over towards them.
The season! It is a nice season this time of year.
Everyone's fucking ignoring you,
God damn.
Tsuki. They hear treason, and they go, "A letter of sedition against the Emperor?"
I nod. Yes,
Oh
sir.
shit! And with that, even Yoari was like,
It
What?
seems that your rivals are against the crown and the shogun.
"I have no love for the Shogun, but to stand against the almighty Emperor." And he's just like livid that he even has this information. Like the unmitigated gall of his enemies to do this clearly upsets him.
the downright disrespect. I too am appalled by this. Oh.
Yeah. Kochiki, how are you doing with this? It basically said that there's another Yakuza clan out there who are outright conspiring against the Emperor and the Shogun.
I'm like, well, Kochiki's like, I mean, he's also like surprised by this as well, but he's also thinking like, oh, this is, maybe I could tell my homie, maybe he'll give me some nicer missions, or like bump me up, give me some cool shit. Like I'm
gotta
about to
tell
give him,
Mr.
I got some
Creepy.
good info now. Like
Yo, let me get them Jordans, dog.
Some really nice wooden sandals.
the cushion is the first of the kind where they use like lamb skin or something. I don't know.
And yeah, about that time, hearing all the commotions, someone else steps in to the room. And Kochiki, you haven't been around them before. It is a hot room inside. This is obviously before air conditioning, and it was already a muggy day outside. So the room was hot. Stifling, even. And it gets cold. Like a brisk autumn day. And stepping into the room is a tall woman, pale as snow, with blonde hair, wearing a white dress that flows graciously down every curve of her body, with all of this intricate jewelry across her throat and her collar, rings along every finger, and a small crown that, as you look at it, is made of icicles.
And just like that, Amy's pissed that she's not here.
She already knows. She already knows.
We've already met. It's fine.
We've already met.
And You can tell she's also walking in heels as she approaches. It's like, my friend, I could not help but hearing disturbance here. What is matter? And then notices you, Nagashita, is like, ah, the only smart one amongst the bunch. I see you bring new pet with you.
I bring
Hardly.
someone new who needs a little showing around.
I like the idea that you actually got cut off by Nagashita.
I did. I did.
Yes, you did.
I can't help but play a bumbling character. It's just something
No,
I
it's so
love.
good. I love it.
Oh, and she, like, turns to look at you, Kochiki, and smiles. Brilliant white teeth, and is just like, ah,
Politician smile.
I could also show them so much. Do you have name, new friend?
Kochiki, Yoari Kochiki.
And she walks up to you and does the same thing she did with Hiroki, where she does the classic lady holds out her hand towards you,
Oh yeah.
which you probably don't know what the you might actually you might know enough about foreign
I-
cultures.
What I know? Do I kiss it, or do I headbutt it? Do I break all the fingers?
That you know you don't do.
Sup?
Turned into an ice pillar. She gives you the people's elbow.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
By God, he's broken in half.
Randy Orton RKO's me out of nowhere.
I was going to say ICE out of nowhere.
Yeah, and she, if whatever you do, she just exudes an aura of cold around her.
I think Yoari would know enough to grab it, but he might not know like the full extent of what he does, so he just grabs it and then he just bows. Like,
And she's just like, ah, you people are so quaint. You did better than your friend before, though. My name is Dalida Shatoshka. Ice Witch.
ooh. I like that.
And I can type it out again for you if you need.
The Ice Witch.
Dalida Shatoshka, the Ice Witch.
Fuck. Yeah. That's ill as fuck. Okay.
And she's giving you that look. Like, you've been around politicians. She's just sizing up, what use are you to her? And also, you don't know a whole lot about magic. And magic is a very religious, spiritual thing here, but all the rings she's wearing just seem to exude a magic power about them. It's almost like a sort of static in the air about them, a glitter to the gems that there is no light to be making.
Yeah, she gives me her title, and I would just again, Yoari Kochiki, son of Yoari Takahara, daimyo of the. Is he just daimyo of the Sun Clan in general?
Yes, he is the
Yeah.
daimyo of the Sun Clan.
Yeah. Daimyo of the Sun Clan. I dabble here and there in politics, and now I trying my hand at some other things. And I just look around the room, dabbled, just really like nervous.
And what an interesting time you come here, son of the daimyo. If only your father were here, I'm sure you would make interesting company.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
And she just turns and almost glides with how gracefully she moves with it. That exaggerated politician, I know exactly how to move to where it almost looks like I'm not even trying.
Damn, she's good.
Oh, she's scary good. You know enough about politics, know She's scary.
Hey, he's more scared of her than the creepy guy.
That both of them gave off like you're pretty sure the two of them are actually fairly equal in magical power,
Yeah.
which says something.
I want to see them fight. Do this for me.
Me too.
Ugh, that would be a sick ass
them fight.
fight. She'd throw fucking ice spears at him. He'd use his fucking puppetry to like grab them and control them. Ooh, that'd be sick as fuck.
All right, we planned the idea. We know it's going to happen by the end of the game.
Perhaps. Perhaps I will save it for another time, in another place. Now, friend, what is this matter that makes you so vocal? And at this point, like, the leader of the Yakuza is like, cannot speak. He's choking on his own rage. So she looks to you, Nagashi, and is like, perhaps you could explain.
He is rightfully upset that his rivals are not fond of the crown and are plotting sedition.
Oh, she gives another loud. This would never happen in Revshnaya. A threat to imperial power. Oh. And during festival days, too. How uncivil. Tell
She
me.
says uncivil. Yoari's thinking strategic.
Tell me, friends, what do you plan to do about this? Because I'm certain I may be of aid if you wish.
Well, I brought it to the leader so that he could help decide what to do exactly.
Then he nods and he's thinking, he's like, We have a few days before whatever it is they are planning. Normally I would say a decisive strike to cut off the head of the snake would be necessary, but I do not know what this letter could mean, that they have friends in high places. Who knows how deep the conspiracy goes? I cannot tell Madame Shatoshka what to do, though. If you believe that she would be useful to you, that is her prerogative and yours. Master Nagashita, I leave it in your capable hands as a master of the shadows and of the shadowy arts, how to proceed.
He nods. I do believe she would be helpful in this matter, but we don't know whether we should leak the information to the proper authorities first, or help try to determine exactly where these friends in high places are.
If I may add my own to what is phrase 2 coppers?
Yes, please.
Long ago in Revzhnayan history, we have something called Winter Revolt. Boyars in court try to overthrow our gracious Ice Queen. Well, the Ice Queen of the day. Information of who these boyars were was given to the court, and we allowed the boyars to hang themselves. When they began coup, they revealed themselves. We already know who they were, but doubt could not be had anymore. If you attempt to leak this to what you say proper authorities, how do you know that proper authorities are not involved and now are aware that others know of their plot?
Exactly.
Nail on the head.
She's completely ignoring you, Kid Cheeky, with just this, like, who the
Classic.
fuck is this fool? The absolute caucasity of this man. Says the person in the room who is the only Caucasian. Yeah. She brings up a salient point, I do believe.
We may need to gather information pretty widely in order to find the links between this bad actor and whoever his friends are.
Da, I agree. I may not have many contacts here, being what you call gaijin. But I have ways. Powerful ways, but ways that would need other practitioners of the mystical arts in order to perform.
More of your own type of magics?
I could teach this, such simple an incantation ritual as this. It would only need to be to those who are open to magic.
Fortunately, I am.
Da. Do you know any others?
Perhaps I do.
You
I will
know
have
at least
to retrieve them.
I might learn a little spell or two. trying to sound cool.
And she actually steps towards you. Nagashina's like, Retrieve, why do you not bring me to them? I may not be as sneaky snake as thyself, but I have ways of moving unseen.
Then I shall bring you to them. That would be splendid.
I'm glad that we see eye to eye. With your leave, of course, friend, she says, looking back to the head of the family, who just nods, but does give you a look, Nagashita, that says, be careful.
Is it a be careful, I don't know if I trust this woman completely sort of look, or is it a don't break my toys sort of look?
It is a you're dealing with a woman that I know is incredibly powerful, but I do not know if I can trust.
Gotcha. First type.
And at that, she actually steps up towards the two of you and is like, I believe I could make travel back much easier. Two of you, think of where you are wanting to go, where your friends are.
And
Oh,
Nagashi-
those people. Yeah, I could think of them, I guess.
Yep.
As the
Sleepy Shiba.
As the two of you do, she starts twisting her hands about the air as the moisture in it condenses into almost like a fog around her that, with the twist of her hands and the motions of her fingers, gets contorted into circles with sigils that move about them. It's first in a slow circle before they seem to gather a magical power about them and glow a bright white. And there's just this sickening lurch. Like, it feels like, you guys have, like, ever been on a roller coaster that gets real slow as it gets to the top, then there's that lurch as you go down, and it feels like your stomach's in your throat?
Yep.
Imagine that, and also the sting of being caught out in a blizzard, but only for a moment. As the whole world seems to blur around you like it just lurched forward, like you were in a train looking out the window. And you are in the Sleepy Shiba. And I'm gonna say that Izumi, Hiroki, Masahiro, you guys are
We're
Masahiro, you're
decorating
walking in
lanterns.
with yeah, you're walking in with or are like decorating lantern. You guys are in the ruins of the tea room decorating lanterns, and there's just this like boom and almost sounds like a shriek that fills the air. And there's snow that goes about for a moment. And there this woman is that Masahiro you've never seen before. Uh she's not a spirit, but god her magic is scary. And
Oh.
yep, and Kochiki and Nagashita as they just
Ko-
teleport into the room.
Kochiki drops to their knees and throws up immediately.
Oh goodness! Like Hiroki just immediately just like. Actually, no. He's going to rotate, grab his blade, see it's just Kochiki vomiting on the ground, give a way too knowing look to the Ice Witch, and then immediately go, "Oh, is there any way that I can help you, good sir?" Like sort of thing. Like he
You can fuck off!
throws
Oh,
up his hands.
no.
Apologies. There has been no disrespect intended.
Oh god!
I think
Oh
even
god!
I think I felt the power before I even like saw
Yeah,
it.
you
So, like as
you
she was
felt it.
appearing, my sword was already like coming out, and then I see like Kochiki and
Nagashita.
Nagashita, and I'm starting to put it back away as I'm staring at this strange and powerful woman.
Yeah, you Masahiro, you now have witnessed Russian Dami Mommy.
Can I be like doing a lantern and Boba's in my lap and it just doesn't even phase me because it's like I'm
Oh,
a monk,
Boba's
whatever.
terrified of this woman.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I'll fucking it's okay.
Yeah, doing the whole
It's
like
okay.
scared dog.
Right, I'm gonna be like in his little ear. I'm gonna be like, it's okay. I think. Is it okay? Is it like? Don't say anything. But is it okay? Like, just...
And she just looks about the room and is like, something happened here.
Oh,
Interesting.
it was a
people."
Bob. It was a Bob.
Yeah.
Hi, it's
Aw.
nice to see you again.
I was gonna say yes. We're making lanterns.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, we're making lanterns. She just looks and goes, quaint.
Would you like to make a lantern as well?
No. I do not
Aw.
partake in local festivities.
You should sometime.
I want to
Who-
set
I
I stand
Boba-
up from vomiting violently. Oh yes, neither do I.
Who is this strange?
I want to set Boba aside and go up to her and like gently bow. Be like, "Hi, it's nice to see you again."
And to answer your question, I think that Hiroki is gonna go. This is the what was her name again? I would
Dalida
remember it.
Shatoshka.
This is
Yeah, good luck.
Shatoska Dalida. Because he'll get it backwards and he'll be like, she is from Rejnaya.
You guys know each other. Ah, that's great.
You were there when we met.
That's right. I was. Sorry, it's the White Claws. Ignore it.
You're good.
It's the white claws.
And she's just like,
What is a white claw?
My
nothing.
name is backwards, but your friend is correct. Your powerful friend is correct. I am a member of the court of the Ice Queen.
Is the magistrate anywhere about?
I would like to meet the magistrate.
Before you do, do you get any deets on this tattoo, this thing I got on my back? Is that like a not yet? Is it like a not yet?
Only
I was
that is a... This curse is ancient. More ancient
Right.
than your empire.
Exactly.
Right.
Such ancient magics are usually connected to the land in some way.
Oh,
I do not know
yeah.
where, though.
Okay. It's
And
really
who
nice.
are- And then she turns and looks at Mazahira with that same coquettish little smile and is like, And who are you, my friend?
That's the hero of the
He's
village.
Ah,
staring
look.
back at her.
And she's like, clasps her hands together. It's like, oh, you must be uncle? I hear so much about. Family resemblance is plain on your faces. And Emma's just like, oh fuck, oh shit, not this woman again.
You know my nephew.
We briefly met. Your nephew is friends of my friends. Which makes us friends. Yes. And Emma just like gives the tiniest nod.
Oh, so this means we're friends.
And is also like just holding so tightly onto your sleeve.
Yeah.
Mazahira. Like so tight on the sleeve that you can feel it tightening around your wrist kind of
Yeah.
deal.
That's why he's just like staring at this woman, just like,
Mommy?
Normally I'm friendly. Normally I'm friendly. Must remain friendly.
You-
Uh,
know.
yeah, he'll be like, we can see where this relationship takes us.
It will be hard to have a relationship if I do not know by which to call you. Your name, please.
You can call me anything.
I am not your
Shut up!
A pleasure.
And she does the whole fucking hand thing again, because of course.
You're supposed to grab it and bow.
You're supposed
Is
to kiss it.
Oh.
Yeah, you should have kissed it. Too
Masahiro
bad.
was already bowing. He was following your lead since you're supposed to be the one that knows. It was like a strange custom. I do apologize.
We would say the same of your bowing. In Rajnaya, a common greeting is big hug.
Oh.
Or at least shaking of hands. And then she takes her hands and goes, by wrist, like this. To make sure that no one is carrying dagger.
That's interesting. Can I try that? No, maybe
I-
another time.
I carry my blades on my side, gesturing kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Carrying a dagger would be unseemly.
You probably don't even know what a dagger is.
What is
Oh.
a hug? No, I'm just playing.
They had daggers. Short,
You would know
little-
them as, Tonto?
Tonto.
Yeah, you would know them
Yeah.
as Tonto.
And Wakazashi if you want to get real.
Yeah.
He would at
Yeah.
least assume it's a weapon.
Rapper
so
names.
Yeah, you would-
Amazing rapper names.
Something
stealing a
that you could
weapon.
hide up your sleeve.
Yeah, stealing a weapon in my sleeve would be dishonorable.
Your sleeves are much too big and billowy like cloud anyway.
He is in his ceremonial robes.
And that's why she's kind of like, oh, you must be a friend of Nagashita who knows mystical arts?
I do know some, yes. I follow the guidance of Amaterasu.
And you just, like, mention her, like, your goddess, and it clearly just glazes over this woman. She's like, I don't give a fuck who that is.
Bitch,
Oh,
you
like-
in her land, she'll fuck you up.
It's clear this woman is sketchy and a little racist.
Oh no! I can't sleep with this woman.
Well,
Oh
why do
no,
you
you
think she-
fell in love with a racist!
Why do you think she keeps
Ah.
saying quaint whenever you guys do anything involving your
Oh
culture?
no, she's so condescending.
I
Yeah.
thought that's all she was just condescending, not like a racist.
no, no, she's saying that our culture is quaint. How dare she?
Oh, that's cute and pathetic.
Yeah, like, oh,
Yeah.
look at the
You're
little
primitive.
Look at the
dummies.
yeah.
Look at the little
I can change her.
stupids.
I can change her.
No, you cannot.
Oh,
Or
don't
she'll change you into
no.
an ice statue.
That's true. Don't let her do that.
Okay.
Cue the 5-year horrible relationship.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
You get a prenup. You know
Villains
you can't
that-
trust a people, like a woman who comes from a culture where they call all of their, where one, there are no male magic users, and two,
Because they eat
All-
them.
maybe, you don't know. there's some pretty scary stories of what happens to Revjnayan boys who can use magic.
Death by snoo snoo.
But
They become witches.
more like, to the ice trolls. And who call all of their magic users witches, and don't do so derogatively. Yeah, she's like, interesting. And you obviously have some understanding of the magical arts, Miss Izumai. Yes?
Oh yeah, I mean just like a little. Can you show me
Izumi.
how you did that thing?
I
What?
correct her when she said Izumi. I'm like, Izumi.
Oh, you said my name. It's fine. It's fine.
Forgive my accent. Your names are difficult in my tongue.
I told you, it is understandable. Or as are yours, it is understandable.
Insert Amy thought about tongues.
No, it's not that bad.
Jesus.
I
Tell
touch
it
myself for
wrong.
guidance.
Touch yourself for guidance.
Nosebleed.
You people.
Touch myself for guidance. So cast guidance. No, no, it's fine. You could just call me what.
You can call me
Names are-
anytime.
You can call me anything you want. It's fine. Names are just like it's word sounds that like we made connected to like people's. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I can do some stuff.
Her smile is the most frighteningly wolfish thing to anyone who is not Azumi. Because she's like, oh, this bitch is into
know.
me. I can
No.
use this.
I think
I know.
Hiroki probably notices that and goes, so what is the reason? I appreciate you providing safe travel to our friends as they return. And
Safe
gonna give like a
travel.
yeah.
safe.
One
Super
of them
safe.
threw up. Do
Oh
not-
yeah, no.
Do not worry, friend. Teleportation magics as complicated as ours can lead to sickness only for a short while. It gets easier with time and practice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just, I had some sake before we left. That was all. That's all it was.
If only I had brought with to show you vodka.
I've read a vodka,
Very.
and I must know of its mysteries.
Vodka though must be served cold.
Can we try? Would we try it now? Do you have some with you?
She does.
Wait.
She doesn't have vodka with her.
Yeah, no, we're good.
you guys have like spots where you could put like a sake gourd. This dress ain't got no pockets. That's for damn
Yeah.
sure.
As the usual.
Right? How
Oh,
fucking dare
darn.
you?
How come wizards can have bags of holding, but wizardesses don't get any?
Oh no, that was just a joke about women's clothing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what I was doing
That's
too.
yeah.
She just
My
pulls a bottle of
pockets are
vodka
this
from her
big.
cleavage.
Dude,
That's where you put it. That's
Booba
where you-
booze.
Don't you nobody better you better not, Daniel. I think I know what you're about to
better
reference.
one. I'm not doing
Uh-huh.
anything at
Uh-huh.
all.
Booba
Yeah,
booze.
yeah, I fucking
Oh,
knew
there's
it.
the bottle of
You
vodka.
son of a bitch.
But
It's in my
I
favorites
knew-
for a reason.
God.
da booba booze. But you don't know. She might hide things in her cleavage. She's
I
got a
would hide-
fucking rack. She could.
I mean, I do on the regular in real life. Like, it's a great pocket. So
I'm jealous.
you should be. It's a fucking great pocket. Like,
I just hold things between my cheeks like a normal man.
I was gonna say we try and hide shit where we got stuff, and it just gets uncomfortable really quick.
God.
Anyway, fantastic. Yeah, you asked the why she's here. She's like, your friend wishes to know who is plotting sedition against your emperor.
yeah.
Oh
That's a
shoot,
problem.
I was trying to talk, but I was muted. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, none of you have heard about this
Oh.
yet.
Yeah, I
What?
think
She said you're-
Hiroki. Oh, go ahead.
Repeat it.
She said, your friend wishes to know who is plotting sedition against your emperor.
And
Oh,
yeah,
Oh no.
Hiroki perks up and goes, "I'm sorry, what?"
Right.
Yes, in placing an item in the home of an Akuma Yakuza member, fence for the Akuma,
I am a Kuma.
I found a letter of sedition. Someone plotting against the Emperor with them. They tried to destroy it, did not succeed, so I was able to pick it up and bring it to the Akuma's rivals, of course, who we just spoke to, and who
Great guy. Just
I
great
can't remember
people.
her name.
Very hospitable.
Dalida works with.
We should take this to the Emperor immediately. Or to the Shogun, I guess I would say.
I
How do
can.
you
I
know
We have
that?
their letter stated that they have friends in high places, so we don't know who is compromised yet.
And we'd
Surely,
also have to
someone-
admit to the Emperor how we came across this letter.
there's
Also,
no-
that
Okay, well then fabricate a story and let's figure it out. Because I'd love to see the Shogun again. He was so
You
nice.
wish to lie to the Emperor. This is your plan.
that
No.
doesn't
remember
Very terrible.
originally I was
sound
in that
very
place in order to
wise.
place an item so that our dear friend, he nods to Hiroki, is no longer on the hook for sword theft.
Oh,
Yes. I almost
Sure.
forgot about that.
There are wheels within wheels in this ongoing issue.
Boxes and boxes.
And
I-
so
Metal boxes.
Dalida, did I get your name correct?
Yeah, Dalida, yeah.
Is going to help us by potentially teaching us a spell to assist her in finding out something about those friends in high places.
is this something that you can use for other stuff too? Like-
Potentially.
Okay.
This is a
I just
form
like-
of divination magic, a ritual that we are taught as young girls in order to strengthen our bonds between each other. It requires multiple magic users. And yes, your magics are different than ours, but this is a simple ritual I could teach to you.
I also know a divination ritual that may be able to help on its own.
This is also true.
Mm.
Yeah, take
I don't-
that, Rejnayan.
I don't know how to spend XP, so I have nothing for you.
That's not how this will work.
You just
know.
throw it at the wall,
Oh.
and then it magically makes your character good.
Makes it better.
Yeah, just
Everything's better.
just level up, forehead.
I know.
Is there any kind of restrictions, like in character restrictions for learning foreign magics?
No.
Okay.
Also, is she gonna try and eat us if the male characters learn this magic?
No, though she does seem like confused almost that the majority of the people who, and obviously like there's like a magic sense that you all have. All those of you who can use magic can kind of sense other people who can use magic, if only a little bit, to the point where you can tell like, oh damn, she's scary. And she's kind of baffled by the fact that the two men are the ones who are much more magically attuned than Izumi. She's like,
And
what the fuck's this shit?
she was offering to teach all of us, right? Not
Yes.
just Suzu.
Because we
Yeah.
come with a built-in wand.
I
what it is.
am not adverse to learning new techniques.
Banned.
It's the
Get out of my
sprite talking.
game.
That's the Sprite talking. It's the Z-Quill cake talking, y'all. You can't blame me.
Oh,
We didn't
Return
make
of the
that
Sequel
today.
Cake.
The return. of
We'll
the
make it
Z-Quill.
tomorrow.
All right,
Oh,
I'm out. I had a great time, guys.
So yeah, you say that you're down to learn some creepy weirdo magic.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first creepy weird thing I've done today.
Everything your character does is creepy
Especially looking
weird.
at the last statement you made.
Right.
Whenever the three of you are ready, I would like to teach it whenever we have time.
We've got like a lantern thing to do right now. Can we do it later? Can we do it after the lantern thing? I'm really looking forward to it. That's the only reason why I asked.
Whatever time you wish, it is only fate of your empire at stake.
We can learn it now and do the Lantern Festival shortly after.
I'm okay. That's fine.
Or we can teleport to the vodka and while they do their little lantern thing and
I do not
teleport
waste.
right on back.
I do not waste my magics needlessly.
And Kochiki, if you were taken to the vodka in the way we were brought here, you would lose the vodka very shortly after.
Forgive me. Very powerful ice queen. I don't know how hard the teleportation thing is.
Oh, she
This
kind
is
of is like Ice
ideal.
Queen. Why have I never thought of that? I totally haven't thought of that. That's not what I hear.
I mean, if you like need somebody to be on your court, I'll be your. She doesn't say any of this.
It's not like I'm plotting sedition somewhere else.
What if I moved my Minecraft
No, she
bed
doesn't
next
have
to
the
your
vibes at all.
Minecraft bed? Just kidding.
Unless. What if we kissed with the Lockheed Martin pride socks on?
God.
Oh no.
So mad that you have to be an employee to get those. Yeah, that is up to you guys. If you want to learn the ritual now, it will take about a couple hours.
It's already, what, 9 o'clock?
It's about 9 o'clock. So the ritual, or not the ritual, the festival is probably about to start soon.
Yeah, I listen. I understand the whole empire's at stake and yada yada, and I get it. That's very important. But also, look at my lantern. I worked really hard on it. Like, look at it.
We can learn first thing in the morning, then. That'll give her time to prepare and rest, and us
Okay.
time to rest and prepare as well.
Are you staying
Yeah.
here?
I can't exactly leave. My people are not welcome here.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Maybe we could all find a nice common ground where we start to understand each other's differences and accept each other culturally, and then we can be friends one day in the future. Maybe this
You
is the first
are.
bonding experience.
You are clearly not a student of history.
I think we learned some at the monastery, but like not a whole lot. It was mostly just to like be kind to other people, and I think that their history can like mold us, but we can also break that mold and become something better.
Listen,
Because
I'm
of it
really
or
horny
instead
for
of it.
you.
No, it's not even that. It's just like you can be better than what you have seen in the past. Like,
She's the
why
peace and
not?
love kung fu monk.
Yeah.
As
Very
a student
much,
of
yeah.
history, I can tell you that kindness has gotten no one anything.
And
little
she
man,
I'm
nods.
That is two true statement.
And if you know anything, the only mentions of Ref Shania in your guys' history is 3 separate times have they tried to invade. And all times they died in a tornado.
Right, well, that's
Which
crazy.
leads me to wonder, why are you so astute to help us, if you don't mind me asking?
I have my reasons. Do you need a better answer? Would it make you feel better if you
Well,
had
I'm
good
just
reason?
curious, as someone who's also interested in politics, are you trying to gain leverage?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Knowledge is
No.
powerful. More powerful than kindness, I'll give you that.
Knowledge.
You look at her when you say that because she's
Yeah.
gonna fucking shoot daggers back at you
Yeah.
like, fuck
Yeah.
you.
Ari remembers
Hiroki.
that you hit on him, and he's just letting you know, like, nothing, sister.
Hiroki looks over and goes, probably looks over at
And he's also
Izumi.
realized that he's getting brownie points with the ice bitch by being mean and cold-hearted.
Hiroki looks over at Izumi and, like, in a very playful tone goes, "Well, I believe that kindness is the best. Why don't we both be kind and make our lanterns?" And kind of like in a very just like fuck these guys. Like let's just make some lanterns. I don't give a
Right.
shit.
Fucking
No.
like Azumi's like, that's a great idea, and she's just gonna fucking pull her lantern and continue to fucking paint on it.
Another question: Is this lady part of the same yakuza that
that helped Ima.
so Ima owes them, or is it the other yakuza? That
It's the
Ima
other
owes?
one that Ima. Well, Ima probably would owe these people a favor, but that's why he's
Right,
been
they're not
working
saying
with them.
you owe us 5 koku. Or
Yeah,
8
no,
koku.
they're not the one that's like, "Hey, where's my fucking money?" No, that's the Akuma who have been hassling Ima for money.
We just shot out your store windows, and we can stop that from happening if you pay us the protection fee.
I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his pets dead. I want his house burned to the ground. I want to go to his grave and piss on his ashes.
What is that from?
Goodfellas, I think? Or no, it's
Yeah,
not Goodfellas. It's some movie about Al Capone.
Oh,
Because it's Al Capone
gotcha.
that says that.
Untouchables.
Untouchables.
Ah.
Died because
Maybe-
he's scared of needles.
Maybe we can find you a room, I guess.
Yes,
You need a room.
we can find Saito, and he'll be able to hopefully give her a room.
That's actually perfect timing. You're like, we'll find Saito. The door opens, and there is Saito and Yoma, who both go.
Oh,
Like,
Hiroki.
Oh, perfect
Hiroki
timing! Someone threw up on the floor and then left.
Hiroki,
Crazy.
Hiroki shoots to his feet.
Oh my god! I'm gonna be like, it was fucking Kochiki!
It was disgusting.
Kochiki!
I can't believe
Meanwhile-
they would do that.
Yeah.
Some drunkard walked in, threw up, and left.
But Suchi is like, what is going on in my establishment? I want answers now.
And Hiroki is going to shoot up, bow very deeply, and go, "Apologies. This esteemed guest, a diplomat from another place, has found herself here, and she is requiring a room. We apologize for the scene. It appears that Kochiki
Cannot
doing
hold his
well.
sake.
Witnessed drunkard walk in and throw up on the floor and then leave. It was crazy. Anyway, I have to go
As
to my
you're
room.
trying to explain yourself, Kochiki, you feel that cold as the ice witch moves her hand down and gently pats at the back of your hair, and it's like,
Rip.
Ugh.
it is all right. He is of weaker constitution.
Yes,
Yeesh.
I am. I need to retire to my room now.
And by your hair,
She just called you a
Chilled.
bitch."
She called you a bitch!
Kochiki knows, but Kochiki also knows that she teleported him halfway across this city, and he can't do that. So,
Kochiki understands the one of the number one rules of fantasies, which is don't fuck with the wizard.
I don't have counterspell, so I'm going to leave.
I don't know. I know she's the ice witch, but I know Cone of Cold is actually scarier than Fireball.
A little bit.
So yeah, you leave and Saito's just like, and she just looks
We
at us
just
like,
need like a
interesting. What a quaint man.
ew. And now that you've pointed it out, I'm like, ew.
Why ew?
Because Mira has pointed out when she says quaint, it's racist, and now I think ew.
Yeah, no, she's like, what quaint customs of these little people.
Yeah, now she's like,
these small savages.
Damn it.
and she's like,
Like, you know,
Sterlian.
she's a
Yes.
bad person.
Edit that, like,
maybe she's like
Saito's
nice
like,
and
how could you tell? And she goes, it is the hair. And then just fucking walks past these two. And both of them are just kind of like, they move out of the way just enough, but are also like, who the fuck is this bitch?
She's an ice witch. That's an ice witch.
Oh, Saito's like, you brought an ice witch here?
Has
I
she,
did not.
has
It
she
was
left the
more
room?
like she brought us here. I was
And
speaking
she's-
with her, and she
she's
wishes
left
to
the
help
room,
us with an
right?
issue.
Yes.
Yeah, as she's left, Masa here just lets out a breath and it's like, I do not like that woman at all.
I like to
I
believe
just
that this
don't
happened
like her.
far enough back that this is where the term Ice Queen came from. Was this
Mhm.
woman?
Ema
This
just
is where the
looks
term
over,
ice bitch came from.
looks over
Yeah.
to Masa here and is like, what if she's just outside the room listening?
We might.
She does
we
not
should
seem to
just be
want
nice.
to care.
But you don't. But what if? What if she really is like under that icy exterior is really just like a lovely person? And we just
Hiroki
don't know.
Hiroki is going to put a hand on your shoulder and look at you with the most gentle of smiles. And he's just going to say, I try to see the best in everyone. And then he's going to go back to making his lantern.
And Masahiro,
Just
as he
nothing
turns,
else after that.
yeah.
I love it.
Masahiro turns to his lantern and is like, an ice cube is ice throughout.
But sometimes it's water, which is pliable and moves the mountain.
And drowns people and floods city.
Well, of course, no. Water is life-sustaining and also life-taking. I mean, water is water.
Saito
So you
clears
just
his
Mhm.
Does this mean that neither of you are willing to learn what she has to teach?
Oh, I will learn what we need to from her.
I
You're
will
learning
learn
from
anything
her?
she's willing to teach me. It's
Oh.
fine.
The breath. Just,
Yeah, as you say that, like, Suchi just looks
This monk
over
needs
you
laid.
and, like, has this almost sad look. She has,
Last
like, her
time she
huge-
tried, she got cursed.
Yeah, has, like, her big, non-la. I don't remember what the Japanese word is for it. With the, like, veil that comes down over it. She, like, puts her hands over her eyes. She's like, dearest, you could do so much better.
Well, yeah, just trying to experience the world before I'm not allowed to do so. That's all. That's it.
I think you should not experience the frigid north.
I love her.
Ooh.
That's fair. That's real fair. I don't know how to respond to that, so Izumi will not because he doesn't know how.
God, every character in here is just dropping fucking bombs on this woman.
Well, you did.
She's the
technically put-
Not
Worst.
everyone.
Well, not even that.
Kokiki left too
You
early.
put literally the anti whatever to me, like Amaterasu is
antithesis.
light. Yeah, light, sun,
Light and
warmth,
fire.
fire. She's ice cold. The depths of coldness.
She
God.
is
The frigid
General
north.
Winter.
Sexy.
Maybe we could melt through the exterior. What's the harm?
That's-
and he'll
that's
fucking play
not
this
No,
out.
no, no, no.
happening.
You know what this is? She's Mrs. White Christmas. She's Mrs. Snow.
Uh-huh.
She's
Oh, I know
Mrs.
exactly who
Cold
she is.
Blister. She's Mrs. Ten Below.
Yeah.
And he's Mr.
Oh,
Green
God.
Christmas.
Oh man, I love
Jesus.
I love that song.
That's perfect. And it's seasonal.
It's
Wow! Happy holidays from here at Paradise Theaters. We love you. Multiple kisses.
She
Buy
reminds-
your friends
Happy
drugs for
holidays.
Christmas.
Buy
She reminds
them
me of many
drugs.
toxic relationships I would have been in.
You know who
Hmm.
she reminds me of?
Hmm.
I don't know if anyone else will recognize this picture. Hold on. Immortal War. There we go.
Oh snap!
Where is
no.
her picture?
No, but I would sleep with
That-
that.
That is Esdeath
Jesus
from
Christ.
yeah, any viewers that I'm showing a picture of Esdeath from Akami
Oh
Gakko,
damn!
because she is pretty much the same person. She's an iced user. She's cold as fuck and then pretty much kidnaps the main character and forces him to be her husband.
Spoilers.
Oh, it sounds terrible.
Was
How
watching
fun.
this. I have seen this person before.
Yeah,
and then there's her picture.
How dare
and...
you? Like, this woman screams, I want to have a good time.
She
with your
screams.
body
No,
dead.
you know what she
I'm in
screams?
love.
She screams,
If that's what
I'm
she
going
looks
to.
like, I'm in love.
No,
And I
she
don't care.
screams. She screams, do you know what they call someone who dies for a cause? A corpse. Like, that's what she screams. She's like,
She does.
She can
She
walk
does.
on me. And
She's like-
Yeah, that's
shadows.
exactly what she seems like she's into.
no, she
A
screams
corpse.
like, I will build a mountain of bodies, and my kingdom shall lie atop it, fertile grounded. Like she's a psycho.
Yeah, like
I
there's
will
no
renounce
empathy in
everything
that
I've
eye.
done.
No.
There is
I will
only
re-
fucking I am queen mean.
What is
I
that?
will renounce everything I've done and just go follow her. It's fine.
God. Problematic faves.
Yay!
She's everything.
It's an issue. It's an issue.
This is someone
The
who
new
is
story
considered
arc is
too
Yawari
ambitious
and
for a
Uzumi
police
just
state.
fighting over this woman.
Yeah.
But Izumi's not gonna be able to sleep with her. Like at the end of the
No.
day, like
No.
it's just not gonna work. So you'll get her. You
No,
just
I don't think
you're gonna
either
have
of
a
you will
fight.
get her. I think you're overestimating
I think she'll
yourselves here.
get you.
True.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, she will
No,
get
I'm
you
not
if she
saying that
won't.
we'll succeed. I'm just saying that we'll fight over her.
So anyway.
Yeah,
Not every
Lanterns
fight's when you
Festival.
win.
yeah. And Suchi's just like, well, we had originally come here to offer you guys to offer all of you to come with us and actually participate in the festival.
It would be a great honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are willing, cousin.
And Saito's like, just a moment. I need to get the wood shavings.
I'm gonna go. Oh, Saito, may I go with you?
You may.
Yeah. I'll go with Saito.
And he just has
seems-
this look that's like, what the fuck was that chick?
Yeah. No, I think Hiroki is understanding how he's feeling right now.
I'm just like, nephew Ema, let's finish our lanterns.
No.
Izumi will stay with you to finish her lantern because she doesn't have a lot to contribute at this point.
Yawari is crying tears of anger and drinking sake in his room.
He's the crying soy jack.
He
I
wouldn't
got
be
beat
partaking
up
in one of
by
the most
your
important
lady.
festivals.
You're not gonna go.
Yeah, this is their
Maybe
equivalent
not.
of New Year's.
You gotta
But
make
he
sure.
probably is. He has like a he's like a decent he's like a decent lantern in his room ready to go when
Yeah,
time
you
happens.
bought like a lantern on the street.
Yeah, it's like nothing crazy. He just like he paid like this 9-year-old way too much koku for it.
Yeah.
Love that.
Multiple Koku for a
Jesus.
lantern.
Paid him like literally like a half a year's worth.
Hmm.
Of
A koku is a year's worth of
Yeah, there we
food
go.
for one
Mhm.
person.
Love
Okay,
that
maybe
child.
maybe it's being too
That
much.
child is dead in the streets now.
Yeah,
I'll give that
yeah.
child
We're
I'll give
gonna
that
have
child
that
a singular
fucking-
boo.
We're
A
getting
singular
that
boo. That's pretty
KOTOR
good.
2 thing where no matter what you do, how could you have done this?
Yeah.
Where you give them the
Actually, yeah.
money and they get the shit kicked out of them.
If it's okay with you, that's what I'll say. Is on our walk to the what's
Yakuza.
it, the Yakuza, I stopped and gave like a 10-year-old a boo for their lantern.
Yeah, and they're basically like, wow, I've never seen so much money before.
Yeah, I figured. Thank you for the lantern. And then we we can go.
Oh, thank you, mister.
Mm.
You're such an asshole, and you're my favorite. Oh my god.
It's just this little chubby kid with the little fucking everything cut except for the little top knot. And it's just like in the grubby little outfit. It's like, oh, thank you so much, mister.
Thank you. You didn't get any snot on my lantern, did you? I gave you a boo. Then I'm like looking at
No.
it. All right, piss off. Anyway,
Don't
he
make
keeps
me
walking down the
Well, that's a flashback. And because I was
Yeah.
doing that voice, I have to say, Vampires.
Yes.
Yeah, I want you to
Vampires.
know, Rowan, this Yoari, like, obviously not fully, because Snell is much sweeter in certain moments, but Yoari, I was just totally inspired by Snell, and I was like, I want to play, like, an asshole.
I
Like,
want
that
to
would
be
be
the
fun.
dick now.
Like,
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you and Kochiki and Snell would agree on one thing, and that's, man, fuck these kids.
no, I think Snell's a lot sweeter, though. But anyway, back to this game. I think
Yeah.
true.
there's sides to him.
Listen, I love Snow.
Solidity
Snow's my best
sides.
friend. Deal with it.
So yeah,
Snell's a bitch. I'm kidding. I love Snow.
Hiroki, were you just doing it to be helpful going with Saito, or do you have something to say to Saito?
Sort of both. Like, they're gonna go, and Hiroki is gonna say, as he's going, apologies for all of the trouble that I seem to have brought to your establishment.
I don't think that this is your trouble, friend. Though I hope that whoever it was that agreed to whatever the witch wanted realizes what they've gotten themselves into.
Oh, they certainly do not.
Why did they bring them here?
Well, I don't understand the answer to that either. However, now that she's here, it seems that it might be a good idea. And he kind of pauses and thinks for a second. And he's really considering his words. Placate in a foolish manner, so as to remain quaint.
You know that's how I work. That is how I have learned so much of this city. And have the circles I have.
And he kind of clears off an area to sit and, like, offers for him to sit next to him.
And he does, and he's explained to you before. I think only you and Nagashita know that he's basically the shadow broker of this town.
Yeah, and he's going to say, with this festival, you know this town better than I. Do you think anything might happen tonight?
If anything were to happen, in what way? Like, pauses halfway and is like, what are you getting at?
And Hiroki probably pulls out his pipe, and he'll light up his pipe and actually offer it to him as well as, like, an equal. You know, Hiroki's big on that.
And he turns it away not out of disrespect to what you're offering, but out of I don't smoke.
Yeah. And Hiroki is going to nod and kind of take a couple puffs and say, this place seems as if there is quite a lot of danger on all sides. Sedition. He's like sedition, a war between families of Yakuza, magistrates putting their noses in places. I do not know this arena, and he's going to kind of lean back and say, I was taught to be flexible, but I'm worried without any structure, I might fly away in the wind.
Sedition.
And he says, oh, apparently, not the, what was the family called?
The Akuma?
The Akuma. Yes. Apparently the Akuma have seditionists in their midst.
And he looks stunned, but he's like, how have I not heard of this?
It appears that everyone was caught with their pants down on this one. Or with their kimono open on this one.
They would have to be working with someone dangerous to hide this information from the networks I know.
Kind of nods.
I tell you this in confidence.
Oh yeah, Hiroki'll nod. Hiroki's the only motherfucker in this group who you can trust with a secret. Like,
you've heard the stories
okay,
of the
You're
Lily
a
clan.
broker.
Unfair.
What were you saying, Rowan?
You've heard the stories of the Lily clan, that they are shinobi without peer, that they are the dark left hand of the Empire.
I was told to be wary of these people and to take their friendships just as I would their enemy, or just as I would as they an enemy, with a little bit of the other side looking as well.
The Yoma have the position they do, not because they care about the festivities of the Empire. It's to watch the other clans.
And he'll kind of nod at that.
Yomasuchi does her job excellently. There's a reason why Nagashita would have come to her above anyone else in this city.
And Hiroki is not a stupid man. He only plays one. Like, his eyebrow raises, and he has just found out he is in the midst of 2 Lily Clan people. Well, one and... is she a Lily Clan as well?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
she is of the Yoma family. Nagashita has been introducing himself as part of the Yoma family. In fact, I don't think anyone in the party knows that he's part of the Hoshimitsu family.
Nope.
Yeah, I think that Hiroki catches on real quick to, oh, these 2 people are Lily Clan. Like, would that be a fair thing he could, like, catch on to
Yeah,
with that
that would have been,
sentence? Okay.
like, you would have known it beforehand, but now he's admitting.
Okay.
He is
Yeah.
kind of, like, it's an open secret that the Lily Clan are basically, like, spy masters and like, everything underhanded and dishonorable.
Yeah, kind of nods, and he goes, well, I shall take these allies with, and he kind of smiles, a view on either side.
I'm saying be very careful what you do going forward, because we didn't know about this.
And Hiroki's going to say, whatever happens, I am sure that this will lead many of us to the foot of the Shogun.
Under the foot of the Shogun.
Do you have any advice for me to avoid this oversized sandal?
The Shogun... Everything I have learned of the Shogun says that the Shogun is an... He's not honorable by the code of the samurai, but he does not speak falsehoods. What the Shogun desires above all else is an eternal, peaceful empire. And if that means casting aside the samurai to do it, he will.
And Hiroki is going to scoff at that. He's going to say, well, and I mean, he knows what's happened to Hiroki. He knows that he's the last of the clan. He looks and he says, I suppose that the old saying is true. Everyone has their own view of what peace is. And he'll take another couple puffs.
Be that as it may, the only other time that we have been this surprised by something, it was an order that came from the Shogun. It would have to be someone of such power. I do not believe that this is the work of the Shogun to overthrow the Emperor. But only someone of obscene power, of high political standing, could ever hope of hiding this from the Lily Clan.
Kind of nods and kind of like goes, May I ask you about something completely unrelated briefly?
If that is your wish.
Do you have a good bottle of sake, one that perhaps Shion might enjoy?
Perhaps. I do not know much about the young man's tastes, but I have a few older vintages.
Kind of nods and says, he kind of nods and says, I have been a greatly inconsiderate guest by bringing trouble to your doorstep. However, if I may inconvenience you once more, please.
If you're trying to make amends to a friend, I don't believe that anything but I don't believe that an item is going to do that.
And he kind of smiles and says, "No, but they certainly help."
Very well. I have some soju from Goya that you can take then.
Kind of deeply bows to him and goes, "Thank you. I appreciate you." And I don't have any more money. Damn.
Yeah, he'll give it to you. Like, he steps
No, I
up
figured
and,
he would. I was gonna, yeah, but
like,
yeah.
he stands up and ruffles around and some stuff and holds out a nice, like, wooden, well, not wooden, but like a nice bottle towards you that is, the writing on it is what we would call Hangul.
Okay.
So, Korean.
Right. And I think that, oh, where's my character sheet? I can't find my character. There I am. Because I think I have something that I could give him for this. Inventory. Yeah, I'm going to give him my my trinket, my 2 blades, the small ceremonial blades that I had, the very sharp one.
Wow, you're giving him a weapon.
It's not intended as a weapon. They're like the little like work, what we would consider like work knives. You know what I mean, like a buck knife or something. Like, it's not intended as a weapon. It's more intended as a utility thing. But yeah, I would actually produce this and I would hand it to him, and it has a little bit. It probably has a small marking of my clan on it, and he probably says, "You and the lady have done us very well. Please accept this token for the establishment," sort of thing, kind of implying this is for both of you guys. And if you give it to the right person, it probably will get you some favor.
Yeah,
or money.
One of the many decrees that the Shogun has made since coming to power is that those of low-born standing who are not in the army are not allowed to own weapons.
Oh, yeah. And
so that
Hiroki doesn't give a fuck.
There are many reasons why he understands the weight of this gift. Both, you know, you're basically handing him a California non-compliant rifle.
Yeah, I'm. What I'm more doing is I'm handing him a spring blade. Yeah, you know what I mean?
In the sense of it is illegal. And,
yeah, exactly.
Like a big law, and all of the other stuff that goes with it. So he takes it and like gently wraps his hand like this around it to where it's not going to cut him, but also you can grab a knife and hold on to it. It won't cut you. It's the motion that causes the cut.
Right.
Then he grabs it.
Ew! I cracked myself on it. But
I can't believe you did that, you fool! You buffoon!
Is like deeply bows. And is like, I know how it is not often that someone of high standing gifts me anything. It is even rarer that a daimyo would give me anything.
And he kind of smiles and he says, "A daimyo is a title. You and I are both men. And at the end of the day, that is all that matters."
He just nods and is like, "Take your soju and get out. I have to clean up someone's throw up."
Kind of nods, and he'll grab the shoju and he'll be like, "Thank you, and remember." And he'll like turn around and say, "If anybody asks, I'm not here." And he's going to walk to Shion.
Yeah. Well, not to.
No.
We'll do that now. Not to kind of give everyone else no time, but because the next thing is probably going to be everyone wants to go to the festival. In fact, maybe it'd be a good thing to do on the way there.
Yeah.
Because Shion and Suguru and Fuguro would go with you. And in fact, I have something. Nagashita, if you go back to your room... Oh, Amy?
Does Boba go too?
Boba will go.
Okay.
Yay. We love boba here.
Nagashita, do you go back to your room?
No, I
like-
was gonna go to the festival.
Yeah,
as well.
you have time. Like time to get ready or change because it's going to be a little bit because you're waiting for like they're not going to go without Saito and he has to at least throw some sawdust on the puke so it doesn't get into the wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So maybe you go up to like change or just
Yeah, change.
something and you open the door, you close it, you turn around. Fukuro is leaning against the wall. You have no idea how she could have gotten in. Classic shinobi stuff, and she's like, what we talked about. Did you do it?
It's done, and found more trouble along with it.
Heard about that. You're all really loud. Suguru's been playing at having a hangover all day, but the rafters here are very comfortable.
Excellent. Very nice.
What's your next step?
Well, next step is enjoying a nice festival in order to keep up appearances, and then in the morning
I'm making
learn what I
waffles.
can from the ice witch.
I'd say you're playing with fire. It's more like you're playing with ice. But you get the gist.
Yes, it is dangerous.
And she nods and like walks back like she's gonna go out the door and then stops and looks at you with just that wooden owl mask. And it's close enough that you can see her eyes behind the mask and she's kind of narrowed them at you just to give it that extra little bit. It's just like, remember, he's Suguru's friend. And I owe Suguru a debt of honor.
I was not in the knowledge that you had when I caused the problem, and now I have set it straight.
And for that, you're a lot better than most samurai. Still a samurai, but... And she pats you on the shoulder in that kind of rough customer way. Then slides the door and is like, have fun. I'll be there, but you probably won't see me.
Probably not.
Yeah. So,
And when she's going to check the rafters.
she's not up there.
Is Suguru though?
She's good.
No, in fact, he
There's a
comes...
single log of wood up
Eh,
there.
Yeah, I'll say that there is. I'll say that she shikuchi'd her way down. So there's the
I love
fucking
that.
replacement log up there.
Funny.
You're just like, I hate ninjas. But you guys all get ready to leave, and Suguru comes out of his room, and he's like, Hiroki, you would know when someone's playing the fool. The rest of you might not. But he's like, oh, I'm sorry for my absence, friends. The newest blend is strong.
Yeah, Hiroki would probably be like, friend, yes. In fact, you'll have to let me try it tonight, so long as you are up for another Eve of Revelry.
There are but three things worth living for in life. Good friends, good food, and good beer.
Arby's.
And sake!
Already
Yes!
drunk.
Yeah, I would not forget that, friend. I do not have any sake on me, but if you are willing to try beer, I mean, it is different, but I put...
Have no worries. I have sake on me, and I will drink your beer. And I have
Are you
my
drunk already?
I have my lantern out. No, I had a couple of drinks while I made my lantern with my own two hands.
Sure.
This is a
Is there,
very
like, an
excellent
insight
lantern,
check?
good sir.
Suguru kind of looks at it and he's like, if I may.
Well, of course. I have the best craftsmanship you'll ever see. I learned it from my brother.
Mmm.
He makes swords. Did you know that?
I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw one of these on the streets.
I want to Like it looks like a 10-year-old made
Yeah,
it.
that's Suguru takes this like, whoever made this is at the least in the double digits of age.
Yeah.
That is true. I am a grown man.
And then
And
hands
I
it
made
back to
this.
you and is like, I am surprised you could make this so well when I believe that, well, from your point of view, you probably have 4 hands, not 2.
He says, he is but a very skilled craftsman. His brother made swords, you know.
Yes,
My brother made swords for the daimyo.
Yeah, and Hiroki's just
doesn't
nodding
have
along.
trust in the children. Does it?
Hiroki's the drunk buddy right now. He's the yep buddy, you're good. We agree. Like, good job.
Then, as established in previous canon, when I'm drunk, I do like you a lot.
Yeah, exactly. No, Hiroki knows exactly how to like do the thing. He plays
Come
it full
here,
well.
buddy.
Yeah. Gives you a big,
Play.
big like shoulder hug.
Let's have some of this beer. Oh, and some sake. We'll mix the two.
I wouldn't do that.
But why
I'm not
not?
off. I'm not often one to remark on criminality of things. After all, the great Buddha does not believe in the laws of man. Is that not right, Izumi?
Yeah, no, totally.
But such would be a crime against nature to mix 2 wonderful things. As he like takes his fucking like bow and hooks it like under the ropes around his fucking beer keg and then hefts it up and is holding it like it's fucking nothing. And it's just
I
like,
love him.
let's how do you say, walk and talk and drink. And perhaps if we see anything on the way, I will do some eating too.
Yeah, mixing would probably ruin both. Drink one. You've drank one, now drink the other.
If
Remember
you
what they say.
insist.
That
Beer
is
then
We'll be
sake,
good
feel
friends.
feel icky and yucky. Sake then beer, you're in the clear.
This is a saying.
This is
It
canon.
is now.
Canon. I'm hearing canon.
Canon. A wise man who knows his drink. The wisest of
Love
men.
it.
Uh,
I would love to try a beer.
Well, then let us walk. There's a spigot in the back of this thing. You can drink as you go. And it'll just make things easier for me.
Do I just drink directly from it?
You have drinking gourds, don't you?
Oh.
Yes.
Chug, chug,
Yes.
chug.
And
chug.
Fukuro's
Yes.
just like shaking her head, and Shion is also shaking.
Yeah.
They're both SMH.
Masahira is shaking his head.
Shaking my SMH, my head.
Yeah.
And to think we get to go to the Lantern Festival with the hero of the village. Hip hip
Hooray!
hooray!
Yeah. I want to catch Shion at some point while we're walking.
Oh, as do I.
We will start, as you guys walk, we will start with Amy, and then we will go to Mira. So yeah,
Okay.
Shion is kind of keeping towards the back in his usual, not mysterious, but also not, like, really engaging with anyone, Ronin way, with his bad arm tucked up, as usual,
Yeah.
in a little sling.
Yeah. So I'm assuming we're also walking with Boba at this point,
Yeah,
right?
Boba is toddling behind you, and he is in his own ceremonial robes.
I love him so much.
Oh, he's
I
very
can't stand
kawaii.
him.
Kawaii desu desu.
I love him. I'm gonna look over at Shion and just be like, "Where'd you get Boba?"
Shion's not the one who owns Boba.
Oh shit! It's he's not.
It's Saito.
It's
Rip.
Saito. Sorry, White
Shion's
Claws.
the Ronin.
No, I wanted to talk to Saito.
That's fine. We'll just say that it's Saito who's there instead, who's like
Okay.
a little bit dirtied up from having to do work. He didn't have time to change, but he's like
Right.
brushing off sawdust as he goes. He's like, "What did that man eat?"
I will brush that shit off of him as well, and just be like, I don't know.
Oh, he
but
gets a
you're an
little
asshole, right?
flustered.
Oh, don't do that. We're just friends. It's okay.
And just to fuck with Amy some more. I have to show him to you guys again.
Oh, God, he's
Adorable.
hot.
Yeah, just
Oh,
to fuck
God.
with Amy again. Where's the show to
Mhm.
players button?
I love him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm still
And he's
gonna like
dressed like that in like
gently.
a very nice outfit,
I love him.
complete with the
Yes.
like purple silk sash that is the
I hit.
same purple silk as Tsuchi's wearing. So it's almost like he is a knight with a lady's favor.
I mean, yes, he's very attractive. Is he my type? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. So I'm just gonna
Do you
brush him off.
do you have a type? Because according to your thing, it's everyone.
That's my
I
type.
mean,
That's my
thing
type.
is everyone. Amy's got a specific type, but it's cool. I'll brush him off and just be like, "It's fine. We're fine. Don't. It's fine." Where'd you get? How did you and Boba meet?
He gives you a look. He's searching to
Yeah.
see if you mean Boba the dog? Or Boba the... not dog. The raccoon
Well,
dog.
I promised Boba that I would not ever tell Boba's secret.
Yeah, you
So
wouldn't be
I'm not.
telling it. And even Boba kind of looks up with you, that, like, dumb dog, like... look.
Yeah.
Like, they're just always smiling.
Yes. I'm not going to admit anything else, but I feel like I want to imply what we're implying,
Mhm.
which is how did you meet this raccoon dog? But I don't want to say that because I
Right,
made a
right.
commitment to Boba that I would never tell a secret. So if Boba hasn't actually told his secret to this person, then
Oh,
I'm just an asshole.
Boba told you that the only other person who knows is Saito.
Okay, then I will just be like, yes, yes. How did you and Boba meet?
Well, he's been a lifelong companion of mine.
Really? Really? That's lovely.
My parents, well, I only ever knew my mother, and she died when I was very young. So I lived among the streets here in the city. And one time I got into bad business with some bad customers, trying to learn the skills that I have now. And I was saved by a big burly monster, of all things. And I was terrified, but when I turned around, there was just a little puppy there.
Yeah.
I think you know.
I do.
And Boba kind of
That's cool.
hops on his little feetsies.
I fucking love
The
him.
boogie dance.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell him I love him.
The happy
And I'm
Shiva
so
dance.
happy. Yeah. I'm so happy that you guys have found each other. That's I'm a little jealous, but I get it. And that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, it
that's
seems
all I
like he
want.
must like you enough for you to know what you know.
I I sometimes I think I'm just real pushy. And
Boba
it just kind of
wouldn't.
ends up that way.
Boba wouldn't befriend you like that if you weren't someone that Boba thought was a good friend.
Well, that's cool. That's nice to know. And I'm gonna fucking scritch Boba behind the fucking ears because I love this goddamn dog.
Refer to Chad. He is doing the happy Shiva dance as he walks.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy
Beautiful.
for him. That's the extent of what I wanted to do as we walk towards this lantern festival. That's it.
All right, all right.
Aw.
You wanted to speak to Shion though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Just a-
as we're walking,
Gonna fight
I think
with him
Hiroki is
somewhere.
going to pull Shion aside. He's
Mhm.
gonna kind of, you know, find like maybe if there's like a sitting area in front of a storefront or something, and say, "Is there a way that we could catch up with them in just a brief moment?"
Who are you asking that to? Shion?
Shion.
Shion would nod and be like, he's not being uncourteous towards you, but he is obviously not being.
Yeah.
There's still some shit there,
Yeah.
but just
And-
shrugs.
Oh yeah. And like I think we probably both sit down, and Hiroki's going to say, "My friend, I was a fool and a terrible friend. There was no need for me to speak to you in that way, and it was truly rude. I have no good excuse." And he's going to take the bottle of shoju and just thrust it out in a very like sort of classic samurai way and throw his head down in shame.
Yeah, and he considers it. slowly reaches out with his good hand and takes it and kind of looks it over and is like, "You're so bad with money."
Oh, this one I got for free. Not that I hope that does not devalue the gift. It was more the thought. Apologies.
Just let's keep walking. We're going to be late. But he looks a little bit more like, thank you for the apology, but he's just giving that, like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it, but I'm saying it.
Yeah,
As
absolutely.
he
He's
tucks
he's
it
doing
into
the
his-
Ronin shit.
As he tucks it onto his belt.
Yeah, and Hiroki is going to stand up and say, of course, anything the owner of this life debt wishes. And kind of gives him like a very deep bow.
And he just, in classic Ronin fashion, just kind of dips his head, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then, like,
And,
adjusts, because he's got his non-law on, too, and just kind of adjusts it, just the fucking blade of grass between his lips, and is like, let's go.
Kind of
Friend.
nods and... Yay! And Hiroki will get the biggest, cheesinest grin on his face and say, excellent, friend. And he'll help him up and fucking foot race to catch up. And then before there's even an answer, just dashes.
He doesn't even try.
Yeah, Hiroki will stop about halfway.
Yeah, because he's like, and he catches up and is like, you and the monk don't understand how hard it can be to run when you only have one arm.
And he looks and goes, apologies, I did not realize that was... And he kind of like...
You weren't
Hiroki-
making me jump through windows, so you have that over her.
And he kind of grins and goes, well, be careful. Before the night is out, you might be jumping through more.
I have a feeling that something like that will happen with all of you around.
Kind of nods and goes, that is my assumption as well.
So who's going to have some of Sugaru's beer on the way there?
Me.
It is
Not me.
strong. It is experimental. Probably not the best taste, but it is a weird taste. It tastes like black peppercorns.
Mm-hmm.
Real hoppy.
Yeah.
Weird. Just weird. Like the black peppercorns stands out a lot.
Experimental, weird, kind of abrasive. I mean, this is just death grips. They
This
just
is
made death grips
delicious.
to beer.
It's good
Black
shit.
peppercorns.
It's full of tachyons.
I need more. I need so much more.
Well, beer is made to be enjoyed. Of all you wish.
I'm enjoying it. My God,
I'm enjoying it.
I should speak to my father. Would you consider working for the Sun Clan?
Ah,
Now I'm curious. Like, are you not talking to your dad? That's parents. Family's
like-
so important.
my friend. And as he like pats his big fat belly, and is like, ah, my friend. The winds take me where they will. The kami take me where they will. The ingredients take me where they will.
Oh my God, I hope they take me too. This is delicious.
It's
Oh
pretty
my
good.
God. Izumi, it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm gonna,
Lost in the
like,
fucking sauce.
I'm gonna
Oh my
gently
God.
pat you on the shoulder and just be like, "You're right. It
Pat-
is really good."
Look, I didn't want to have to say it in front of all these people, but there's just nothing here, okay? Always touching me, winking at me. I don't know what you
Fucking
think
Subaru's
is
like,
going on.
whoa, you guys are having a conversation with me right here. Whoa!
Hiroki is going to say, Suguru, so this wonderful recipe.
And,
How did you make it? Like, very loudly.
and again, Sugaru is at least in his late 60s, and you have not seen an old man should not be able to mid-step turn as quickly as he can, almost like clocks maybe Masahiro or something with the because like When he turns bow staff, the keg swings. And maybe goes right over Ima's head and almost clocks Masahira. And he's like, "Oh yes, let us discuss this in great detail. Over here."
Yeah, Hiroki is going to grab most everyone else who's not a part of this conversation and be like, "Oh yes, come quickly!" Like,
and Suchi is dips her head down to hide the fucking blush she's getting with the veil of her hat.
Where's everyone going?
They're very uncomfortable because you're very drunk and you tried to subvert my advances, but I don't know what advances you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Don't
you
lie
feel
to me.
felt
I know
uncomfortable.
how you've been looking at me.
Right.
All of this. I get
All
it.
of, all of
I
that.
wear fancy clothes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got nice nails. I get it.
Right.
It's fine.
The
I'm
nicest
just setting expectations.
Okay. What expectations did you have?
Don't make me spell it out. Okay.
No, I'd love to make you spell it out. Go ahead.
this
What
dude's drunk as hell.
I know. What expectations did you have, Coach?
We're just a couple people making our way through this life.
Uh-huh.
And you know what?
Yeah.
It's fine. And it's okay. I get it. You
Yeah.
want me.
What?
It's alright. Who
Oh.
doesn't?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
Anyway.
To be fair, Amy, you did hit on him to fuck with him.
I know, it was so funny. That's why I did it.
You're gaslighting, gatekeeping, and girl bossing this man.
You are so fucked
What?
when you go back to the celestial wheel to reincarnate.
This where you want to be when Jesus wake up?
This is where you want to be when the Buddha wake up.
Okay.
Buddha
Let's
ain't
just
having
be
none of this.
friends.
Listen.
My
I
brother's
think-
very handsome. Maybe. He looks kind of like me. It's close enough. Am I right?
Listen, so this is adorable. I love this. I love this for you. I love that you thought this was
Here you go
happening.
again, calling me adorable. Look.
Yeah.
What did I say? Where's my beer?
I'm gonna very gently put my hand on your shoulder and just be like, you're not my type. And also, I'm a monk. So even if you were my type, there'd not be anything here. But it's really nice of you to think that there would be. How interesting for you. I love that.
God damn!
Yo, you used his own fucking line against him and then gaslit him some more. What the fuck, Amy?
That's so shitty. That's so fucking shitty.
No,
This
I
is
mean,
the
it's not like he's
worst.
gonna necessarily remember it in the morning.
he
I didn't come
because
here
he
for
just-
Mortal
Looks
Kombat.
out to the lanterns and he's just a fucking. I'll never understand women. And then he goes.
They don't understand themselves in most cases. I mean, sometimes they do. Sometimes they find out who they really want to be with, and it turns out that it's not.
It's not you.
But but it's so lovely. You know what? I think that we're gonna be really good friends, and then I'm gonna
Then-
fucking wink at you. I'm gonna goddamn fucking wink at you.
This
Only
woman.
friends.
Messages are so mixed, you need a blender.
I'm imagining you walk away, and as you walk away, just only friends. Only friends. Where's my beer?
Yeah, good
as you
lord.
hear the fucking screaming of only friends, Fukuro just kind of chuckles under her breath and is like, just kind of amongst the group in general, which is mostly men, just goes, huh, man.
Hiroki laughs.
And as you
It's
come,
so
as
good.
you run over Izumi, she's gonna hold out her hand for a fucking high five.
I will goddamn high five this woman so hard, and then also scratch Boba's ears again, because why not? My
This has been
favorite.
the most confusing night ever. Looking to Ima.
And Ima's just like, I didn't know we were some murder tonight.
Right. Like, should we call was it
Sen-
Shogunate?
the Shinsen or yeah, the Shinsengumi.
Yeah, should we call this Shinsengumi for blatant murder?
They have a bad habit of killing everyone at the scene.
That might be better for some people.
Only friends.
Only and
Only
by the
friends.
you guys
Where's
are not
my
alone
beer?
on this road at all. And there's just a crowd of people who are like scandalous.
Yeah.
Like they just witnessed a
Drama in the
samurai
city.
drunk unmask in front of them and imply that they wanted to fuck a monk, and they're like, "Oh my!"
No, made very clear they were implying that the monk wanted to fuck them.
But
And that they
as
didn't
far as
want
they
that.
know, they don't hear all of that. They only hear the
That's
only
right.
friends part.
Mm.
And the comforting
Yeah,
hand
I
on
don't
the
think I
shoulder.
had any strife, but I guess that means I don't have strife now for sure because I unmasked.
Yeah, you don't have strife, but you're gonna lose some
Oh,
fame
yeah.
and glory and honor and
Oh, yeah.
everything because as far as people saw, you just went so no head.
We will need some extra
Stop.
tiger balm for those burns.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it so much.
Throw
So
my
happy.
sake glass on the ground.
Eh.
I had to go
Except he
get
just
drink
walks
for
away.
this.
Good lord.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not.
Oh, that was amazing. I had to.
It was
Yeah.
great.
That was-
I've been waiting. I've been waiting. I was like, as
That was
soon as
so
Azumi
real.
makes physical contact, I'm just gonna go crazy with it.
Yeah. No, that felt really real. Like I've seen that
Yeah.
conversation in a bar and everyone going, "Yee, this is in
Yeah,
public."
I've seen that
like,
a couple times. Well,
Yeah,
back in my
yeah.
time in Scotland, I've seen that a couple times, and everyone's like, "Ooh, poor lad,
Yeah. Mm,
poor
mm.
form." I mean, not like, "Oh, poor boy." They're more like, "Oh, poor form, lad."
Yeah, yeah.
Only
I
friends.
love it so much. We ended on a Mia winking and you yelling, and I love
Oh,
this.
it's so good.
I love it so
Mm.
much.
Drop to my knees.
I am going to ruin you. I'm sorry.
Aw.
At
So, yeah,
least
you-
in public.
You guys get to the river, and the city is built up. So you have to go down these stone stairways that lead to the river, and it is packed. But at this point, Suchi and Saito split off and go another way from you guys. And actually, no, they would stop and look to you and be like, and she'd like be like, "I know that all of you perhaps do not want the attention that would come with this, but would you care to join us as we commence the ceremony?"
I would love to.
I go wherever the beer guy goes.
Oh,
He's
I am not
following me.
brave enough for something as this.
Oh,
And what
let's
was
hang out, you and me.
what was the question again?
Do you want to basically the equivalent? You want to go on stage as I announce the ceremony?
Oh fuck no. Hiroki's like, "Suguru, nor am I." And he's
Wait.
going to
She's offering to let me go on stage right now.
Oh, you'll see.
Oh,
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 yeah. Here
she
we
is
go.
going to. If you try to come, she will bodily like.
I
push
will
you
grab
back.
him by the back of his kimono
You
and
wish
I
for
will
me to join you?
No, I will grab you by
Not-
the back
and,
and
like,
drag you away and be like, "My
no
friend."
propriety. No propriety. She says, "Not you.
Uh,
You're a bit too drunk for this. This is something that is meant for the glory of the Empire."
I would
And-
be most honored to assist you in this.
I would also love to go.
You may join me.
Yes, the village hero and my friend.
And Emo will join you too. So I'm
I'm
guessing it's
gonna look-
everybody but in terms of player characters, it's everybody but Hiroki. And
Yeah. I'll
No,
join
I'm
you.
Cheeky.
yeah,
I'm
Kochiki.
Kochiki sitting.
And
I'm
none of the
gonna
NPCs
look
will go
back.
with.
I'm giving you all the tea. So
wanna
I
look
took
back
her
at
over there and I
Kochiki.
said, "Hey, we're just friends." And she said,
And
I
Hiroki
look
is
back
"Bullshit it
at-
just a little bit." She was like,
I look
"I
back-
want you. I need you." And I was like, "Calm down, girl."
what were you gonna say, Amy?
I I just want to look back at Kochiki and be like, it's okay, you'll get your time later, and I'm gonna fucking wink at you. But I'm gonna wink at you with the eye that's not like facing everybody, so no one else sees the fucking wink but you.
Hiroki is
Oh
going to
my
look at you and
God.
say, Hiroki's going to look at you and say, perhaps, and like looking at Izumi, perhaps the festivities could continue in a different way. Like with a very like, hey, come on now.
Yeah.
Just fucking wants me, bro.
How does and I look at Kochiki and go, Suguru, would you mind? I think he could use a face wash.
Agreed. And he's going to fucking like do some monk shit, spin his bow around, and bring water out of the fucking river and splash it in your face, doing some water bending shit. And then everyone around you guys is like, woo! Woo! Yeah!
And
Yes,
I'm actually,
this was planned. I
and
am
I'm
clean now.
and I'm actually going to pull Izumi aside and say, please, for my sake, he's the only person that I don't trust here. If we make him angry, he might do something. Well, he has just enough power to do something inconvenient.
I am going to lead into this and go, then accept.
Hiroki is going to look at you. He's going to pull back and look very sternly and say, as you wish. Your wish is the most important here. And he's going to turn around, because fuck you, that's rude. And he's going to turn around and he's going to go, Suguru, Kochiki, I'm sure that there's a wonderful place to sit over there. And he's going to look at Ima and everyone else and just go, it has been a pleasure, my friends. And bow towards them. And then he's going to walk these other two off. Because this is not a scene where anyone is acting like an adult. And Hiroki understands the only way to deal with that is to fucking leave.
I'm an adult.
Well, you are, but I mean, you're not an active participant in this situation. Hiroki's trying to play peacekeeper
Yeah,
here.
Suchi's giving
Yeah.
you
See
all
that,
looks like,
Hiroki?
what the fuck?
I know you saw it. She fucking wants me, bro.
Kochiki needs an adult.
Yeah, and I'll just be like, yes, and like pat you on the back as Suguru. I
Hey,
just assume
We're
we
best
just
friends. Did you know that? We're best friends. I love you.
and Hiroki is just nodding along, yesing everything,
Yes, yes.
and like probably trying to trade conversation while you're drunk. Also trade conversation with Suguru as like very like just
Mhm.
like yes, this like this area looks good. Oh, this beer is very delicious. Like the kind of thing
Mhm.
where
I
you've got a
trust you
friend.
so
who's-
much. You all
Yeah.
learned some secrets of the crane. Come to the sun. Come. Listen.
And-
Okay. Are you actually going to start revealing secrets of your clan? Because there is one big secret that's happened to you recently you could reveal.
Oh. You know,
Are you drunk enough to where you would do that? Because I will say,
okay.
the consequences will happen if you do.
So here's the thing.
Consequences will be dire.
I've drank. She made me mad. This isn't just for nothing. I didn't just do
no,
this for
you
fun.
got fucking shat
I
on
got
by two people.
roasted
In public.
by the Russian, and I
Mhm.
had to swallow it and just go to my room. And so I just got super drunk. And then I come out and I drink some more beer.
Mhm.
And then I try to set my boundaries. And I get gaslit
Mhm.
and played.
Yeah. No, you've had a tough day. You've had a tough day.
But would I reveal? No, I think what I would reveal though, my brother, you know, he's real funny when it comes to you. I think we're friends. I like you a lot, but yeah, I've noticed that my brother treats you a little different sometimes. I think that's kind of weird, don't you? I think
And-
it's funny.
Hiroki is going to nervously look at Suguru, and then he's going to look back at you and go, your brother seems to have an interesting response to certain people.
I've noticed. I watch a lot. I'm a diplomat. I'm in the courts, and I just noticed he treats you a little funny.
He says,
I think you're my best friend.
and he kind of grins and goes, "Ah, well, you might as well be best friends with the daimyo of the Grass Clan then." And he kind of like slaps his back as if it's a joke, and looks
All
at
three of the
Subaru, who probably's
NPCs
like,
go,
"Oh."
Oh,
Like-
that would be crazy, right? Well, wait, I can't, because they... Oh, no. Were they the ones that got...
And he
These
probably,
cards.
yeah, he probably
These cards, man.
yeah, he pats you on the back and he says, "Politics is a scary, scary place. You're braver than I, my friend."
Money to be made, heads to be rolled. It is what it is.
Yeah, and Hiroki is getting a full-on display of why he hates the samurai culture and what it's become and what the world is becoming. He's like, "Great, and then we've got politicians. This is not what samurai is about." Like,
Don't
he's not
worry.
saying it.
You always have a seat in the Sun Clan as long as I'm around, buddy.
He smiles and says, "I thank you greatly for this."
That would be the secret that I would just reveal that I've noticed Akimasa is a
Yeah,
little weird.
no.
wow. Anyway, we're gonna move on to everyone else. You follow Yamasuchi to the big central bridge that spans the river, the Hiei, and she brings you to a platform that's kind of hanging off of one side, and there's guards there, and she turns and motions to all of you in a real graceful motion because she's wearing like flowing, elaborate robes, just the most ceremonial of ceremonial robes, and is like, "They are all with me." And the guards nod and step aside, and you guys go up a small step ladder that's been put up here, or it's just like a small set of steps, and onto this platform, and it starts to float away from the bridge. And you guys look down over the edge, and it is floating on top of a cloud. I know someone wanted to get into the cloud forts.
I did very much, very much. Excited. Izumi's excited.
And a bunch of almost look like will-o-wisps start to emerge out of the air and gently swirl around this place and light it up as she brings her hands together and prays. And after a moment, she opens up her arms, and everyone on either side of the river kind of gets a hushed tone as you see her float over. And she says out loud, in an echoing voice, powered by the kami that everyone may hear across the river, says, "Friends who have gathered here today, people of the Empire, loyal Amekoans, another summer graces our land. Once more Amaterasu blesses us with her protection during her favorite time. By the glory of the Emperor in the hand of the immortal Shogun, we have been afforded another blessed year of prosperity and peace. May it always be so, that we may gather here in our capital, blessed by the gods above and below, that we may remember those who we have lost, who have gone on to the life beyond, and that we may put our hopes for the year to come out to sea, that all the world may know that the Empire is a place of prosperity, hope, and a kind future. May it be so."
Amen.
And then she dips her head, and a beautiful display. All these people in the background are working on it as you see these floats that have been made and have been magicked, and a representation of all of the great clans and the minor clans soar overhead. There's a galloping deer. There's a brilliant burning sun flowing maple leaves, a sachet of gold that sprawls out across the sky, a starscape like a constellation that moves by, and a butterfly flapping its wings. All of these are just paper mache floats, giant ones that have been constructed and then magicked and inhabited by minor kami who take them across the sky. And at that time, everyone lets go of their lanterns and they follow these floats out to sea. And everyone puts their floats into the river and they follow as well.
Can I do something that I don't exactly have an ability to do? Something very
Sure.
small.
Sure.
Can I magic just like a couple of blades of grass that just blow? Maybe no one notices, but
Oh,
I was actually going to say that my lantern has a small prayer for the fate of my clan as I let it go.
the Shogun notices this.
My lantern is filled with a letter that the 10-year-old wrote,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I
is it-
didn't even release it because I'm actually passed out on Hashimitsu's shoulder.
Oh.
that's so sad.
God.
And it just like it just very simple, very tiny. No one. It's not meant to be noticed. Not really.
I'm right next to you, so I might notice, but
Yeah.
I
But
wouldn't
you
be all
maybe
like,
like
"How
see
dare
my
you!" I'd be like,
hands,
"Oh."
and
Yeah,
it just moves right out.
Yeah, you do that. And then she finishes her speech and bows. And then her float goes by, and another one comes up, and there's two people on it. The Shogun in full armor, and the Emperor in, again, just the most elaborate imperial, you could say, of outfits. And they float over, and then the Shogun stands up, and then just holds his hands up and says, "To another year, long live the Empire." And everyone just fucking cheers their hearts out.
Not Hiroki. He's quiet. How does Suguru react?
He looks torn, like this is someone who is looking at an old friend. And you maybe even hear him whisper under his breath, "I barely even recognize you anymore."
Hiroki's gonna look
But
back.
he's giving a very small clap.
Yeah, Hiroki is going to look back and also just a couple small claps just to maintain the briefest of appearances.
And I retcon that I'm still asleep so they can have this moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're probably too drunk that even if you heard it, you wouldn't remember
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Or even know who he's talking about.
Yeah.
Might just be having an old man moment.
Yeah, could be. I hardly even recognize you, he says, looking at the random commoner.
Oh, good, you're awake.
But, yeah. What about, those on the float? How do you react to the Shogun's message?
I probably cheer with everyone else.
Right. I mean, if we're obviously on there, I'm going to
Yep.
cheer.
Well, you guys
Well,
are
it's
now
also
out of the
a
way.
legit. It's also still kind of a legit thing because long live the Empire. That's not something to not
Right.
clap for.
Right. Yeah, I'll clap. I'll clap. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any ill will towards any of this. I mean, not
A little
really.
to the
Yep,
Shogun
it's
for wiping out
good for him to
clans.
clap.
And I think we are going to cut away as we see the Shogun has his arms up and then brings them down. And we follow as he looks and sees just a few little magic blades of grass and is just like, Says nothing. Bows and lets the Emperor speak something. But just that look of his eyes behind the menpo as he catches them and just has this look of, Doesn't know who did it. You're fine. Don't worry. But definitely this,
And then the Emperor
Where
comes
to?
up and just ha ba 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 ba.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah.
Blah 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 blah. He comes out and he speaks like a Charlie Brown character. Blah 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 empire. Blah 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 honor. And we're going to cut away from there again to the headquarters of the Shinsengumi. As we see again, the commissioner is there. This time with multiple shinobi who are all bowed before them. And it's like, we might have a problem. It is to my understanding that one of our allies is reporting something important missing. Find out who took it. Kill them. Do not fail me this time. For the true empire. And they all bow, and right as they bow, they all fucking disappear in clouds of smoke.
Ah, that's so fucking cool.
And then he's just takes a deep breath and looks over as he sees just off in the distance these magic floats and just shakes his head. And we're going to end it there. So, we're going to start with Masahira for sign-outs.
I was like, oh boy, it's your boy, Sassy. I got to play Masahira. I got to go to a lantern festival and make lanterns with my nephew, and it was such a wholesome episode for me in the background where everyone else is hitting on each other. And
It's fucking Dawson's Creek over here.
right, it's like Dawson's Creek with just me at the background. Like, so do you think we should put this on the lantern? That would make perfect sense, yes. Let's put your mother on there. I know you're not getting along, but, you know. You can also catch me here every other Friday, and not the Immortal War. I almost said the Immortal War. In the Yakshas as Sin, and we are in a derby, a demo derby, and it's great. I made enemies just run around like chickens with their head cut off, and then overheated them and made chicken tenders.
Nuggies.
You can also catch me on Wednesdays as Gideon, the Sunborn, the strength-based ranger who fell into a cave, and the party started splitting up and was like, oh god, someone's gonna die again. But then we got out and it was okay. We made it successfully. And then on Thursdays after the new year, yeah?
Yeah, it'll be the 5th.
On the 5th. Starting back on the 5th. For the holidays, we're taking a quick break from New Amsterdam. But starting back up here shortly, we'll return as Scene and Omen. As we do our lovely little heist. I'm so excited. We're gonna shoot Omen.
Hell yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
All
I'm
right.
not ready.
We're going to move on to Amy since you're talking.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, that's fine.
Hello, maybe again.
That wasn't like a fuck you.
Fuck you! You fucking do the thing now. I played Izumi. Izumi put her foot in her mouth and also gaslit another player, which is the best, honestly. Can't believe that worked. Okay. This was good. This is so nice. I love this game. I fucking love this game. And every other Tuesday, I'm running Nobility Notoriety, but we're not going to do it until after the holidays because shit's just crazy right now. And then Wednesdays, I'm in Over the Horizon, which is fucking wonderful. And then Cyberpunk on Thursdays after the holidays, which is fucking wonderful. And like I said yesterday, the day before, I'm constantly trying to like make my DMs fall in love with me, which luckily there's 2 of them in here. So we'll see how that works. And that's me right now.
And let's move on to Garza.
What up? It's your boy Yawari Kochiki. You know, it wouldn't be a character of mine unless they are a doofus in one way, shape, or form. It's my favorite thing. I can't help it. It's what I do. Tonight, oh boy, I met some Yakuza, made a doofus of myself there, got teleported by an ice queen, made a doofus of myself after that, got super duper drunk, tried to draw a line for a relationship that didn't exist, made a doofus of myself there. And that's par for the course. Catch me on Wednesdays where you can watch me play Flanny, where I make a doofus of myself there as well.
Oh my
And
gosh, I love it.
bada bing, bada boom. Check out the other things that they do here. Ooh, bars. Okay, that's it.
And with that dab out of the way, we will move on to Mira.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mira, also known as Mira Shades Gaming, and tonight you caught me playing Hiroki, the Himbo Samurai, who was trying to sort out a situation. It didn't really go so well, so this night of important remembrance for Hiroki will always be remembering multiple things, including getting snubbed. So Hiroki, let's see here. So on other Fridays, you can catch me playing Frank. Domingo Ordonez, probably my most complex character I'm playing right now. He is certainly, there's a lot of motives going on there, yet he's deceptively simple. Saturdays catch me in After the Bombs. Sundays catch me in Gloomfall. Catch me on Mondays in Shrikeverse Funny Number. Also catch me on Tuesdays in Nobility and Notoriety once we are back with that. And so I didn't announce this on Twitter or anything. Apologies for that. So for all of you stragglers who are here in the credits for an episode of a completely different show, New Amsterdam will be going on hiatus until January 5th. So apologies on that, but we will be back on that, and it'll be a damn good time as we will continue this heist. And other than that, I think that's me.
All right. And that means last is Computer King.
Yep, I'm the Computer King, the supervillain of streaming, and I brought Kochiki with me to see the Yakuza boss so that the Ice Witch will have something new and shiny to pay attention to so she wouldn't focus on me. Mission accomplished. That's why I brought you with me.
I love it.
Sure.
It's like, that chick's scary. Let's just wave this fancy pants at her. Okay, on other Fridays, I'm in Yakshas playing John Howler, who has a big monkey mech and might have two mechs at some point. We just got finished with a demolition derby where we stomped the shit out of some things. And I held up one mech to be punched repeatedly by Sir Gawain. On Mondays, I'm in Shrek Shardverse 3.1415926535, where I'm playing Lollipop, who created life and now has a composite son, sort of. Currently named Hugo, not Hugo Yeaman, but close enough. Yeah, unless you watch Shardverse, you wouldn't know what that joke means. Please watch Shardverse so you can learn what that joke means. And when it comes back, I'm in New Amsterdam as Dexter Payne, aka Payne Dexter, who's got a whole bunch of new cyberware in him, and he hasn't gotten a chance to use it yet. But he'll be damned if he doesn't get a chance to use it by jumping out of a aerial vehicle and rolling onto the top of a building when we have that mission. So that's all I got right now. Back to you.
And that leaves me. Hi ho, friendolos. My name is Roman, otherwise known as Nightheart. Caught me here today running the Immortal War, where, like I said, this just turned into an episode of Dawson's Creek, and I'm all for it. Sometimes I don't even have to do anything. My players do it for me, and those are the best kinds of games. Speaking of another game where I don't have to do anything and my players hang themselves, you can come to Yakshas, where they are done with round 1 of 3 of this Demolition Derby in order to get back an NPC's mech that was stolen years ago. Come and see that for some high-flying, highfalutin fun involving giant stompy robots. You can also catch me here on Mondays, where yes, I too am in Fire Strike Shard verse 666, where stuff's going on, man. A lot of stuff's going on. We blew up our own truck. We were like, "Get out of my car now!" to the nanobots, but then we someone threw a grenade into the car, which was not good for the upholstery. No, but someone was being a bit of a sleff. Everything is on fire. I am helping.
Clan didn't. It wasn't a grenade, remember? It was just pure shotgun.
Fine, you shotgunned the car to the point that it fucking exploded.
I mean, that's fair.
I
was supposed to.
That's fair. It got rid of the nanites. That's what matters. And you can also catch me here on Wednesdays, where I am also in Over the Horizon, where I play Sinel, who also fell down a cave and is really shocked that we didn't take a wrong turn the entire way. We just immediately found the correct path to go down to find the people we were looking for. And he's also laughing that the person who got hurt the most is Eris, because fuck that holier-than-thou chicken.
Is she that bad?
Yes.
I mean, is she that bad, though?
Yes!
I slapped her in an arm wrestling competition, so no respect.
You can also catch me here whenever we go back to Thursdays, where I play Cachette, who is also going to take part in this silly haha steal all the drugs not conspiracy heist, where they're going to be probably the character that's talking about this broke down piece of shit drill. Other than that, I think that's it for all of us here today. So if we could get an R.I.P. Kochiki and get out of here.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Kochiki's heart.
Kochiki.